The new Retromania update is now live, guys. But will it be enough to restore consumers' faith in this game and company? Coming up on the Big Retro Show. Happy Cinco de Mayo, my friends. Los here from the Big Retro Show. And this toast goes to you guys. Nothing like a little chelada to start things off. So, guys, today we are talking about our favorite wrestling game, Retromania Wrestling. They have released the long-awaited DLC. They actually did so on May the 1st. My apologies that I'm coming out with this on Cinco de Mayo, but I was busy. You know how it gets, guys. But anyways, it seems that they have released the new DLC, which is Chris Bey, along with some other things that they have put in the game. And the reaction from Retromania fans has been mixed. Let's go over to their Facebook page, which is where they announced it. They also announced it on their YouTube page, but let's just go over to the Facebook page here and see what's new with Retromania Wrestling. Okay, so as you can see, this was posted May 1st at 9:07 a.m. The new update for Retromania Wrestling is now live on Steam. Chris Bey makes his debut. There are 3 new arenas, 2/3 falls matches added to Exhibition, 2 out of 3, several new gameplay improvements for all match types, plus more. Now, the caveat here, the update will be available on other platforms soon. We are currently in the approval process. Right. So all of the console gamers are not able to play with Chris Bey right now, and they don't have any of the new arenas or any other of the upgrades to the game. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but it would seem that they would have maybe started the wheels turning on the console updates before launching it on Steam, because they made this mistake in the past where they figured out that the approval process on the PS4, the Xbox, and the Nintendo are vastly different, and it takes longer on those console platforms than it does on Steam. So now you have a group of fans, the PC fans, who are able to play this, but a lot of the console gamers, well, if you play this on console, are left in the dust. They are left in the dust. So I guess my question is, why didn't they start the wheels in motion, and once they received approval for, one of them, either the PS4, the Xbox, or the Switch, then release it on Steam, knowing that Steam, the approval process for Steam is a lot faster. But instead, they did it the other way around. They put it on Steam, which they knew it was going to be faster, and now they're going through the approval process on the consoles. I thought that they would have learned by now that, they should have did this way long before they put it on Steam. Maybe they just wanted to give fans something right away. And, with this company, it's anything is better than nothing, because they've been promising this DLC for over a year now. It's been a while since this game is launched, and this was a character that was supposed to be released at launch. Anyways, so if you have Steam, you can play on this update. Now, a lot of the fans of Retromania Wrestling are divided. They are divided about this DLC. And let me just show you what I mean here. We're going to go down here and... Okay, the first comment says, would love to see a few things added, as I'm sure you have heard all these before. Tag titles, the ability to defend titles in exhibition mode, create a wrestler, that's probably never going to happen, bro. And maybe a new story mode. I definitely pay for a new story and create a wrestler. To my surprise, Retromania Wrestling is actually responding to people on this thread, because they have a tradition of just staying silent and not saying anything at all. So here they write back, "Hi Robert, thanks for the feedback. As noted in this video, the new update includes the ability to defend titles in exhibition. Also noted is that in a future update, we'll be adding tag team titles, more story, and more legends. Something fun is that along with the tag team titles and more tag teams that are on the way, there will be a whole new game mode coming that's focused on the tag division. We hope you enjoy." Let me just stretch that out. So wow, so they're putting new legends in the game, which is sorely lacking of any real talent. I'm curious to see as to who is going to be in the game. What legends are they speaking about? Are these WWE legends? Are they NWA legends? You know, who is in line? Who are they talking about? But I noticed that they didn't, mention any of that in this reply. Here's an interesting comment. What people don't understand is that each new wrestler causes an exponential growth of sprites to be created, since you might need to add sprites for the old wrestlers if they have a new move position. Is the price for using sprites versus some sort of animation pipeline? All the things shown here require a lot of work to do, especially for a small team. I also would love the new wrestlers, but I love all the new features. All right. Here's somebody agreeing with that person. Okay. And we've heard this argument before, that this is a small development team. And I think that they are fresh out of excuses here, because there are tons of small development teams that haven't been conducting business the way that these guys have been, that have delivered their products on time and complete. So, I mean, I don't think that you can use that excuse anymore. It might have flown before, but I don't think so anymore. And case in point, this guy says everybody who is complaining needs to calm down. These guys are indie developers. There's that excuse again. It is just some guys sitting in their house making their own video game that they copied from another one. Not exactly original. And this person then says, in response to that, then they shouldn't get away with using the same shady tactics as the big boys, like overpromising or just flat out giving up on the product they spoke of when they were looking for support. But plenty of indie developers release the products they say they will. Very good point. And here Retrosoft responds, "Hi Andrew, no one from this team has given up. Beyond this new update will come the rest of what we had previously been announced, along with much more. As for much more, we're not announcing anything until what's been announced is out. That's our priority. Thanks for your feedback." Very interesting. Here's another person, an anniversary follower, that says, "Still not happy. Just one new playable character when we were promised more. And it's not even ready for all platforms. Wow, really lacking, bros." And then this person says, "Perhaps if they spent more time working on the game and less time posting things on Facebook, they had nothing to do with their game, they might be able to get something out worthwhile. Of course, the console versions of the update are in the approval process." I remember when the game launched on Steam and was supposed to release on consoles at the same time and didn't. It was an eternity before they got through this approval process and got it on Switch. Not sure about the Xbox versions, as I don't own an Xbox, but I really wanted it for the PS4, and it took even longer to get it approved for PlayStation. Hopefully this approval process for console doesn't take months like it did last time, just to get the same game released on consoles. There you go. I mean, I think that sums it up. They really should have just started the approval process in advance before releasing it. I mean, I know that it's not a perfect system, and they probably can't release the game all at the same time on each of the consoles. But there are developers who do that. You know, games are released on the same time on all platforms, so it's not unheard of. I don't know why this is an issue for this, and I don't buy that they're indie developer and they're learning, because they learned from launching it initially that it takes time for the approval process. And so, it's a bummer for all the console gamers not to be able to play as Chris Bey and to get all the new arenas and the gameplay improvements. But you guys are just going to have to wait, man. I mean, all these look like amazing updates. What happened to the 3 free wrestlers DLCs? That's what I heard was coming out. Okay, now they respond. Chris Bey specifically was mentioned as being free DLC. The other 2 wrestlers that have been unannounced, James Storm and Mr. Hughes, are still on the way. We also have more wrestling legends signed to be future DLC. However, our focus is on getting these 2 wrestlers out before anything else. We understand the frustration and appreciate all of you. 1 of 3 characters promised. Agreed with above. Marketing is important, but not as important as the updates that were promised. Oh, goodness gracious. Finally. So, I mean, is it too little, too late? I mean, we're only getting one wrestler promised. The other 2 are nowhere to be found. And then they tease the Legends wrestlers that are coming. Now, who could it be? Who could it be? I wonder who. It's smart for them, though. I have to admit that it's smart for them to not mention who those wrestlers are, because they've learned their lesson, and they're not going to get people's hopes up by mentioning their names, only to have the deal fall through, or only to get some kind of legal action against them. So it's one of these things where at least you're getting Chris Bey. You might not have gotten James Storm or Mr. Hughes as promised, but anything is better than nothing when it compares to this game. At least they finally release this, and it just like I said, it doesn't look like the consoles are going to be getting this anytime soon, because that approval process is different for each of the consoles. And so the last time they did this, it took months for these games to come out on Switch, PS4, and Xbox. And well, maybe not months. I think it was more like weeks, but people were pissed. People were pissed, and people are kind of giving it to them now. But it's not all bad. People are still behind this game. Well, this one's... I stopped playing this game a long time. Nobody talking about it anymore. Okay. The comment section needs some TLC instead of DLC. Wow. Okay. Yeah, people are still, where's the PS4? Where's the PS5? Where's the iArcade? How about the Switch? Now I see why you removed the reviews. And people are still, number one, I'm kind of surprised that people are still playing this game, specifically because there is no online play. I don't think. Of course, I don't have the game, and I haven't downloaded it. I think it's overpriced. And I don't like their shady business practices. I won't be picking this up until it's like $5, because this is a $5 game. Don't get it twisted. It is a $5 game, if anything. And so I don't know if you can actually play online in this game. I think it's more of a couch co-op thing. Let me if you guys know, leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments. But yeah, it's not all bad for Retromania Wrestling. The legends sound promising, although knowing this company, it's probably some jobber that they think is a legend, but nobody else thinks is a legend. Oh boy. But yeah, no, I mean, if they get some big names in there, maybe I might consider buying it. I mean, It might be worth the price of admission. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments what you feel about this DLC. Is Chris Bey worth it? Was he worth the wait? Are you still clamoring for the other downloadable content? Do you still play this game? Can you play it online? These are all burning questions, and I want to know in the comments what your thoughts are. Anyways, guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time on The Big Retro Show. Peace.